All right, what's up? Distributive equations. Let's check this out. I got a little classwork here. We're going to do the first 4 questions. To be 100% honest with you, distributive equations is a big ask for a lot of students. Okay, distributive equations is going to be a little tough, but one step at a time, I think we can all handle one step at a time. The reason that this is hard is that it's a bunch of steps in a row. Okay, so organization, handwriting, neatness, precision of writing, all very important. Let's get into it, okay? What you can see right away on question number 1 is that we got a 2 outside of some parentheses, and so we're going to be working on distributing, okay? Distributing is when we draw our arrows. Remember, distributing and drawing arrows, you can do it well, you can do it poorly. So write carefully, draw those arrows nicely. Distributive, remember, distributing is all about multiplying. So the way that this becomes tricky is that we use adding and subtracting to move back and forth. We use dividing at the end, and now we have multiplying. So the reason this becomes tricky is because you've got to use all 4 tricks, right? You got to be able to add and subtract and multiply and divide in one single question. We can handle it. Let's look at this one. Multiply, okay? I'm going to do 2 times x, that's 2x. 2 times 4, that's 8. Remember we talked about putting a spacer in there on distributive if we need it. And a 20. That was our multiplying. That is the only new step. So if you can do that, everything else is exactly like yesterday, okay? I'm not, like I said, one step at a time. I don't think this is hard. The problem is we got a big stack of steps, okay? Let's finish -8 on both sides. I'm sure we know how to do this. Let's go ahead. That's going to make 0, 2x equals 12. How do we finish? We finish with divide by 2, divide by 2. Sweet. X equals 6. So in this question, multiply, subtract, divide, that's a lot of different stuff, but one at a time, we can handle it. Number 2, we're doing this question because we have negatives, and a lot of students struggle with distributing negatives. So be careful. Draw your arrows, line down your equal sign. -3 times +2, that's going to be -6. X, don't forget your x's. We talked about how important x's are and really making sure that if you don't have an x, if you don't have an equal sign, then you have crumbled in this question. So I'm glad we have an x. It always seems to be the second term that people mess up for distributing, so take your time. I see that we have 3 times 2. Negative times negative. -3, -2. 2 negatives makes a positive. So we're going to have +6. Again, this is from the 3rd day of school. I swear, the 3rd day of school. That's what's new, is the 3rd day of school. So, one at a time. This ain't all that bad. Now we can finish this. And hopefully we feel like we can finish this in our sleep, right? Hopefully we feel like we've been solving 2-step equations since we were in middle school. Finish with divide, dividing by -6. Negative, 6, x equals -2. Not all that bad. Not all that bad. A question like number 3 might scare us a little bit. Line down the equal sign. I see that we have multiple parentheses, multiple distributing. I see we're going to distribute 5, we're going to distribute a 2. That's okay. We can distribute the 5. We can distribute the 2. Not that big of a deal. We'll just have to do it in 2 separate steps here. Distributing the 5, multiplying 5 times x is 5x. 5 times -4 is -20. It always seems to be this second number, so take your time. Over here, 2 times 3x, 6x, 2 times negative 11, negative 22. And let's finish this question off. Equations with variables on both sides. I want to move my letters first. Minus x, minus 6x, both sides. 0, negative 1x minus 20 equals negative 22. These are gone. That makes negative 1. Bring it down, bring it down, bring down the equal sign. Not a problem. I'm going to do plus 20 plus 20. Negative 1x equals negative 2. Finish with divide. X equals 2. Now, this is a special question. You have just completed a question where we multiplied, subtracted, added, divided. That's all of it. Multiply, subtract, add, divide. That's all 4. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. We did all 4 in one question. We even did multiply twice. This is definitely a big boy, big girl question. This is definitely a nice, solid high school question. Love that. Last one. We got this question here. Students always seem to struggle with this part out front, worrying about what are we going to do? Are we going to do 4 plus 3 makes 7? Are we going to distribute the 4? Are we going to distribute the 3? And hopefully it is clear to you that we will only distribute the 3, okay? We are going to not touch the 4, okay? Don't touch the 4 yet, okay? Don't touch the 4 yet. Leave it alone. I don't like the 4, not yet, okay? First, we're gonna do our distributing. 3 times 2x, 6x. 3 times negative 2. Second one, negative 6 equals 8x minus 6. Now, I do need to keep this 4. I can't just forget about it forever. Now, I'm not yet ready to move, divide. I see on the left, I have 1, 2, 3. 3 different terms. And since I have 3 different terms, we're going to do a combining first. 4, negative 6. These are like terms, so we're going to want to combine these together. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. That's a real simple thing, right? Desmos, 4 minus 6, negative 2. Easy. Negative 2, I've also got my plus 6x equals 8x minus 6. These don't combine. They don't have anything in common. They don't change. They stay exactly the same. We just drop them down, chilling. Now we should start to feel confidence. Now we are in the familiar area. Now, minus 8x minus 8x. We're going to have negative 2 minus 2x equals negative 6. Plus 2 plus 2. Negative 2x equals negative 4. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. X equals 2. Once again, big dog question. Okay? We did a multiply. And, we kind of paused on the 4. That was a good move, not to touch the 4. Multiply, add, subtract, add, divide. I mean, we did it all. We did all 4. Here's our answer, okay? Look how nice and neat I'm writing, okay? Look how organized I am. Line down the middle, equals. Look at my nice arrows I have on every single distributing. Look at these nice bars I have going across keeping me nice and organized. Okay? This is the key to success. Some of us don't like writing, and I have seen you get a little bit worse at every step that we add because you can't skimp out on writing this stuff down. Just write it down. Not writing stuff might be cool, but getting A's is always cooler. Everybody likes a guy and girl who's got 100 on their classwork. Here's the first 4 questions. We got the nice thick bar. Let's go ahead. The rest of it's on you. You got 8 questions to do. I'm proud of you. Let's do it.